Hello, and welcome to Om Shanti Healing's podcast, The Spiritual Connection. My name is Jill Ufer. I've been in the healing arts since 2008, helping people heal their bodies on a physical, emotional, spiritual, and energetic level. Let's get rolling. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3, Balancing Your Energy to Feel Your Pain. In episode 2, we explain the chakra system and how it can relate to your physical pain and emotional imbalances. In this episode, we will talk on feeling and balancing those energy centers in order to get that messaging through as to the story behind your pain and get more awareness around why it's there in the first place. So, in order to feel your best or heal from chronic pain or dis-ease, you must first discover the root cause of this problem. We in the West tend to lean towards prescriptions to help us to feel better, but this usually only masks the issue and does not resolve it or allow it to heal. Or we look towards counseling with a desperate attempt at an easy fix, although these do not have a place there and cannot release unless you tend to the issue of healing at the root. So yes, modalities can offer some relief, but it will circle back eventually to the problem at hand. The long term usually doesn't hold steady for you by seeking outside of yourself for resolution to your problem. No one has been in your body, right? So no one has gone through your life experiences, and no one has perceived your life with your brain through your eyes, absorbing all these experiences in your energy field that you have taken on that a counselor might have no clue of or a doctor might have no awareness of if you hadn't told them about it. So how could they possibly really resolve all of your issues and heal you completely 100% when you're looking for the golden ticket outside you? The healing really doesn't get resolved, and you simply cannot heal truly unless you know why you're hurting in the first place. So there's many schools of thought around healing, and I'm not to negate other options, although if you have tried other options and you still feel like crap, consider an energetic approach consisting of mindful awareness as to why you're suffering in the first place. The root cause can be very old. This could be stuffed down, and you may have buried this experience deep inside your body from childhood. Who knows? Somewhere it's stuffed and it's festering, and over time it develops into some serious problems for you. This can show up as chronic pain, digestive issues of any kind, or dis-ease of any kind, cancer, chronic anxiety, low self-worth, self-loathing, self-inflicted damage, anger, violence, addiction, insanity, being confrontational. The list can go on and on and on. And these traumatic experiences, more times than not, reside and correlate to the energy centers that we discussed in episode 2. Traumatized energy centers from experiences that you have gone through. These messages in your unconscious mind reel and talk to you like you're garbage. This needs to be resolved with bringing those messages to your conscious mind with love and making a choice to release them from your field forever. Choosing to have a freer mind, better energy, and a more fulfilling future. So we can hold on to these messages forever and ever, just letting them deplete our energy, pull us backwards from where we want to be, talk us out of things for an entire life. We can make excuses for the people that caused us pain or the experiences that we have, placing blame or judgment, also holding us back. All of these thoughts are low vibration. There's no progress in that. And you know that already, right? So mindset is huge on really creating a shift for what you want in your life and how you want things to improve. I'll give you an example here. So This is a scenario of a made-up woman I'm using a different name, but the story is real. Okay, just to protect her privacy. Let's say her name is Sue. She came in to see me for neck pain and a frozen shoulder issue on her left side. She had trouble with decreased range of motion in both her neck and her shoulder. She had pain that radiated down her left arm, and over time her grip strength had decreased a lot, and she was struggling with tingling sensations and numbing in a few of her fingers. Now, the way that my mind processes information when a client comes in with a pain issue, I immediately start to correlate it to the different centers of energy, the chakras in our body, and the story within what they're telling me and how that can relate to the pain that's in their body. And it always lines up. I mean, every single time. So she had told me this story about her pain, and I had kind of already come to a conclusion. So the way that my mind works is that I get intuitive hits. When someone comes in and I feel into their energy and I start hearing them talk, ideas, images come to my mind, thoughts and answers. So from what I gathered from what she was telling me is that before really knowing anything about her past, by theoretical scenario as to the why, she has issues with healing, is from a loss, and her heart had walls around it. I could feel that in her chest when she walked in. She had massive amounts of guilt with loss. She had a lot of blaming herself for not doing enough before she lost this person. This is all heart chakra imbalance here, and a huge, heavy, brick, it felt like, sitting on her chest. Her neck and her throat chakra energy is off because she had so much to say to this person in order to heal herself that she did not speak up around in time, and now that person is gone. So she had no closure, and the emotional body's holding on to all this guilt and regret and rejection and lack of acceptance and pain of loss. Unresolved issues, right? So as I asked more probing questions, she was in fact blaming herself for not resolving abusive issues with her mother. So her mother is an alcoholic, and she had a lot of abuse, emotional and physical abuse in her childhood that was never really talked about. Okay, so now her mom is passed over with the emotional and physical abuse by her alcoholic mother and never feeling loved or wanted. She had put up these walls around her heart that protected herself from the influx of daily abuse and neglect that she obtained as a kid. She never resolved this with her mom. Her mom was scary for her to talk to, even towards her death in an old age. Talking to her about this with her mom was terrifying, according to what she tells me. Okay, so she carried it in her throat and in her heart, and these energy centers are on serious lockdown in her system, so tightly bound up, so hard on the clench in her body over time that her arm literally numbed out, and her voice was not heard. And the clench in her neck has caused major problems in speaking her truth and her needs and her wants, not only with her mother, but in all of her relationships as she talked further with me. Her siblings, she has struggles with. She has no relationships with any of her cousins or aunts or uncles. And every relationship that she's ever had has been verbally abusive. And she has had a hard time escaping. Okay, she struggled with all these relationships because of how hard she's guarding around her heart and the lack of emotional availability and trust that she has in others to hold her heart in a safe place. Bringing this awareness to her and reflecting on the unconscious messaging in her head has allowed her to let go of needing this acceptance from her dead mother. With energy work, we connected to her mother on Sue's terms. We brought her into the room on Sue's terms. We made sure she had her protective bubble around her. And we did a bit of healing as she felt safer doing that with me with her because her mother was terrifying. Even in death, she still was afraid of her. So we were together, and I put up some strong boundaries around her mom's energy, and she was able to get some resolution around her mom. And her mom had told her that her parents were abusive, and her mother was an alcoholic and abused her, and she just did not have any clue how to be a good mom. And she apologized to her. They had a moment where she released and cried and was like healed with this answer that she got and this explanation from her mom as to why she treated her this way growing up. Why was she this kind of mom that was so harmful? And it was all linked to the abuse that her mother obtained as a child. And, who knows about her grandmother, But just having her work on her energy, connect with her energy, help her connect with her mom, she came out of it feeling like not afraid of her mother anymore. It helped her so much to realize that she is worthy of love, and her mother's pain is not Sue's to hold on to. And she does not need to justify anything to her mother. She does not need to understand her mother's pain in detail as well. And she did not have to help resolve anything for her mother after her mother has passed. So to find forgiveness in that, the best she can understand is these limiting beliefs that her mother had about being a mother was something that she was trained or nurtured into as a child, and it wasn't necessarily her fault. Now, she could have done better. Yes, she could have had an awakening in motherhood at some point and changed. Yes, but she did not. And can Sue forgive her mom for that? Okay? There is healing and forgiveness and empathy. No matter how hard it is, when we can really try to put ourselves in the world of that person that was the abuser and try to understand their story, it just may help you to understand why you were treated that way, which will then hopefully allow you to soften your heart into understanding at least why they did what they did, and perhaps even a bit of forgiveness can come with that. So after Sue had this moment of awakening and realization and worked for a while talking with her mom, with me present, her shoulder started to feel better, and the compression of her nerves around her shoulder girdle on that left side relaxed. It decompressed. Her shoulder was literally visually lower than it was and more farther back. And this, in combination with tissue work, me helping her move that energy and release things through massage as well, the combination of the two really helped her move past this pain, and her symptoms over time went away. And she has a whole nother outlook on her mom and her mom's passing and her ability to move forward in life and be joyful. When we can tap into our own energy and be with ourselves long enough, answers to problems will evolve and healing can occur. So it has happened for me during multiple struggles with health, physical health, and an emotional abuse situation I was married into, and healing from that pain. I have been through the dark night of my soul and really, really, really freaking sick for a long time. On and off. The dark night of the soul came in 2022. That will be another episode. I will tell that story. But if you can walk through your pain, the point of what I'm saying here is that I walked through it and got out the other side and it sucked, but I purged. Things came to the surface and I released anger. I released rage. I released my desire for my ex to be in pain all the time. I wanted him in perpetual suffering at the beginning, and I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I have an understanding of his trauma, and I forgive him for the lack of awareness that he had and his lack of capacity. But, another story. Anyways, connecting with your energy can be a really powerful tool that sets you free from the bondage of your own self-sabotaging thoughts and actions, and not believing that you have the ability to change. Okay? We can all change and heal and think differently in order to create a better life for ourselves. It is a matter of conscious effort and learning how to feel deeply into your own crap and choose to move beyond what hasn't been working for you for years. This requires change. This requires effort and loving, compassionate patience with yourself and the belief that you deserve better. With everything that you become good at, practice is required. When you learn to tap into your energy and really assess your thoughts and how you present in the world, discomfort can show up. Walking through that discomfort is what's going to get you to the other side. So perhaps you have low vibration. Your mindset is kind of crap and you have a negative attitude. The world is not a good place for you, and the attitude draws in more and more drama into your life. When you have a negative attitude, that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to attract. Okay? So if you're wondering every day, why does bad shit keep happening to me? Think about the environment that you're in. The people in your life and the level of joy that you feel on a day-to-day. Do you have people around you that are addicts or abusive, angry, or are they violent? Do they have an attitude of the world is happening to me, not for me? Who you surround yourself with is a crucial part of your growth or lack thereof. Surrounding yourself with high vibrational, happy, successful people will pull you in the right direction. You need to be around and attract the person that you want to be, right? If you want to be successful in a certain field, get out there and make some friends that have been doing it way longer than you. Hang out with them, take them to lunch, learn from them. Ask them the questions that you want to know, right? So, where is your energy? That's a good question. Like, if you're empathic, you're going to feel things from other people, right? Everybody's just a little bit empathic. If you surrounded by people that are spewing off just really heavy crap, that's what you're going to feel like. Heavy crap. If you surround yourself with people that are light and joyful and really see the positive side of things, that's what you're going to pull in. That's what you're going to feel eventually. Okay? So again, where is your energy on a day-to-day? What thoughts repeat in your head all day long? And you know what those are. Those silent voices sabotaging your power. Or maybe they're not sabotaging. Maybe you're having the right thoughts and they're in direct flow with what you want. That would be super awesome. But, for example, we're talking about if they are not. Okay? Are you a self-sabotager? Do you talk yourself out of things that you want? Or do you encourage yourself to go after stuff that's scary and uncomfortable? Anyway, the way you heal yourself from anxiety is to go right towards what scares you the most, right? So kind of check in with that, Do you feel that you can change? I mean, you want to change, you want to tune in. Do you feel that you can? Do you want more of what you're already getting, or do you want something better? If you want it bad enough, you'll figure out a way to make it happen, okay? This will, again, require change, okay? If you want to feel high vibration all the time and feel good and be able to be really solidly tuned in, this requires massive change for some of us. But without change, everything that sucks for you stays the same. Change can be rough. It can cause an upheaval in your life, in fact. But if you really want something else better for your short time on this planet, you have to make a shift. Otherwise, you're going to get more of the same. And that is kind of the definition of insanity. Whether it be a new job, breaking up with an abuser, telling your father how you really feel, it all moves energy towards what is better for your healing and evolution. In order to feel your energy and evaluate which parts of you feel heavy and sluggish or overly active, you must sit in stillness and quiet and give yourself a chance to feel. Feeling may be very uncomfortable for you because maybe you don't have the ability yet to really check in, or maybe that check-in doesn't feel safe or uncomfortable. Or you may come up with very many distractions of your grocery list and your laundry and feeding the cat and whatever. Meeting all these obstacles with love and only love, and come back to your internal space over and over and over. This is a ritual, okay? It's not a one and done magical solution. It's a lifestyle shift to open you up to what needs shifting to feel whole and heal your crap. Like I had said before, we are all energy. Your mind and your body will love this, I promise you, and you will get better at it with practice. And you will enjoy getting better at it because learning is fun, right? Challenging yourself is a good thing, okay? So you want to feel into the pain body. And the pain body could be a physical pain, a hurt, or an emotional pain. When you start to do this practice, I want you to pick one problem per session of you sitting in stillness and focus. Okay? Focusing is hard. We're going to try to focus on one issue to make it more simple until it clears for you. And understand that this may take many attempts on one single issue or location in your body. The reason being is that your pain is complex. You have been suffering for many, many years and have built an entire identity around this trauma that serves to either protect you or give you an excuse to not be more in the world. So this messaging that holds your pain can have many layers to it that do something for you that bring you pleasure. Whether that pleasure is to manipulate others or scapegoat your responsibilities onto somebody else, either way, you have lived with it on a cellular level and it is working for you in some way. It is part of you. So it's going to require massive change to really get vulnerable and feel into this part of your body and really be truthful with what you see and what you feel and what you hear. So in order to really let go of a blockage and the energy to heal you and let it flow, you need to go deep into what the subconscious is feeding you that keeps this pain body alive in your emotional field. Think on it a while when you're alone. Be honest with yourself and confront the control issue you're having with your pain. Really look at it really feel into it, really sit and really try to connect with what the story is there. So how do we do that? How in the heck do you feel that, right? When you sit in stillness, remember to focus. This part of the podcast is going to require some more focus on your part. So if you're not in a spot where you can be still and focused and alone, try this later on when you can do that. Okay? Know that we will have lots of interactive podcasting from Om Shanti Healing. Learning, to me, requires doing. I'm very kinesthetic. Most people are. Get to a place where no one will bother you. Okay? You can lay down or sit and just be in a comfortable place. Now, what we're going to do is open the third eye and the crown. Episode 2 does explain these chakras in detail, but let's just do a quick review anyway. The third eye is between the brows. It's a blue indigo. Spinning in clockwise direction will help you tune into your mind and perhaps the noise that is up there as well. When we can really tap in here, doorways open for you to deepen your connection to infinite higher energy and source. The crown chakra is at the top of your head. That's the color lavender and white. There we receive our answers to the questions that we ask. These centers, when they're wide open and you are in stillness, this is where we can get the answers as to the why you're hurting. Like I said, it may take a few times to receive. Kind of depends on how open you are at the start. Okay, so once you find your spot and you're sitting still and you're not going to be interrupted, close your eyes and let's visualize a sphere of lavender white energy floating above your head. As you inhale, invite the light into the crown and into the third eye space. Like a gentle vacuum, the inhale pulls that light into your head. As you exhale, watch that lavender energy expand and move from ear to ear. Watch the feel and tune into it the best that you can in your head and feel that energy vibrate a little. See if you can connect in a few minutes to a little bit of sense of vibration and current moving. And let that energy just help to calm your mind. Kind of dump out whatever's busy in that brain and just focus on that light moving around between your ears. Sit with this for long enough to feel energy flowing. Connect to source and space opening in these centers. Feel into the rest of your body, all the way to your feet. When the energy starts to flow, it's consistently moving. Energy doesn't really stop moving. It's always going and doing and flowing. Invite that energy as you breathe it in deeper, into your chest, into your stomach, into your pelvis, into your legs. Exhale and let it flow down and out through your feet. This may take a while to get the idea of it. Please don't rush. Please don't judge. Please don't try to control the outcome or to manipulate anything. We're here to do the opposite, right? We're here to stay open so we can figure some stuff out that's going on inside of us. So just be with the energy flowing. Get to know it. Get to feel it. Get to see it. Take several minutes for this part. When you're really feeling good and you're feeling connected and you're feeling the flow and you're super grounded and your body is calm and you're focused and tuned in, this is when you're ready to ask. So pick your spot, one spot, and ask for the story inside that pain. Focus on the energy flowing through that part of your body. Feel that energy, that white lavender light is cleansing, right? So as you breathe energy into that part of your body, you can pick up inflammation, you can pick up emotions, and exhale it right out of you. And for me, I need like a point of exit, right, in the body. So I use my toes. It's at the bottom of my body. I feel like that exhale pushes it out and clears right out through my feet. And at the bottom of every exhale, there's a sense of completion. And I do it again, over and over, with every breath, until there is flow there without any obstacles in the way. Okay? When you tune into this energy about where your pain is and you pick that spot, don't immediately ask for a solution. Don't immediately beg for comfort in a sense of low vibrational desperation and need. Today, you're just being. You're getting to know this part of you on a more intimate, energetic level. Look into your third eye and see that light spinning. Can you feel a little pressure there between your brows? Feel it and internally ask, how can I best heal this part of me? Then we wait and we stay quiet and we stay open. This is a practice that you'll get good at over time because you are energy. The more you learn and the faster the answers come and the more you practice, the quicker you can drop in, and the more self-awareness around your sabotaging self-talk you will become conscious of, allowing you to shift your self-talk and mind to a more peaceful, productive energy, opening yourself up to flow for healing and spiritual awakening. Running in a high vibration always will change your life for the better. Learning just one technique will enliven you and start the ball rolling for you to be eager to learn more. Because this feels good inside of you. It feels empowering. There's a sense of relief. There's a sense of source, that helps you. And it is coming from inside you. You're reaching from your inside out for guidance, for answers, for healing. It's not you reaching outside in like a prescription for your healing. It's the reverse of that. Just give it a try. See how different you feel. Okay, we're going to learn many, many more techniques like this, and I'll tell many, many stories. And doing this work has helped me heal from my physical pain that has brought on from emotional abuse. Story for another episode. But I can tell you that has helped me. It has worked for me. It has really developed my self-awareness and evolved me and ascended me into higher levels of knowing and gifts around being clairaudient and claircognizant and clairvoyant. And that's another episode as well. So I really hope that you enjoy this podcast and you utilize this technique. I would love some feedback if you want to send me any messages. Very below in the notifications, you'll see a link to my website. If you want a consultation for spiritual life coaching, I'd be happy to speak with you and talk on that a little further. There's YouTube videos on my meditations and self-care tips for how to help with your pain and trigger point release at home on your own. Okay, so hopefully you'll find use of some of that. Subscribe if you like it, share with a friend if you like it, and we will chat at you soon. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful evening, and if you like the podcast, go ahead before you leave and subscribe below. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.